welcome to the American League Wildcard Series pregame show, Blue Jays versus the Rays. The Blue Jays, formerly of Buffalo, are playing their first series of this being their former home, so we'll remember the good times, won't we, Jared?
Absolutely.
Had the Blue Jays won their last game, they would have sneaked their way into 5th place and had the benefit of maybe being the home team in the next series if the cards fell exactly the right way. Do you feel that that would have made any difference, or is being in the 8th spot just as good as far as you're concerned?
It's probably just as good. The pitching ERAs of both the Indians we would have ended up having to play, and the Rays are about similar. Actually, the Indians are slightly better, and we haven't played the Indians all year. So with the Rays, we've played them 10 times. We've played them a good part of the season. So I think that's a good thing. Like, we know our opponent.
But it's been about halfway through the season since we played them. All of our games with them were very front-loaded in the season. I feel like, I don't know, half a season ago we last seen the Rays.
True.
The rosters are getting ready to expand, so the postseason roster takes effect, where the teams are able to deploy anyone from the 40-team roster. During the regular season, you have to have 25 active players that you can use in the game, but have like drawing from a 40-man roster. But everyone is available to play for the postseason. You don't necessarily have to have 40 people in the dugout. Some teams choose to go with a lot less than that, but the option is available to you. So a team with the young depth like the Blue Jays, maybe we can take advantage of this?
Possibly. I mean, it's interesting to see who they have that they haven't been playing. You know what I mean? I mean, I feel like they've already been playing their best players already. So I'm not sure from the added roster who they'd really add that they may have not been using before. The only thing I can think of is possibly in the dugout, possibly in the pitching realm, adding more valuable pitchers that they haven't been using all season. Maybe they're saved up and ready to go now.
Scraping together every pitcher from the minor league system just in case. Looking at the breakdown, offensively, the Blue Jays have actually fared better than the Rays. They are better in batting average, runs, and on-base percentage.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I looked at it, because even when the Tampa Bay Rays were playing in Buffalo, they were an unstoppable hitting team. Brandon Lowe, like, whenever he came up to bat, like, I'm just like, oh, there's another home run, you know. And the rest of the team was doing very good as well. So that was quite a shock when I saw that. Now, why? Maybe because of Buffalo. I attending a Bison's game or two, there's a sense that the stadium's smaller than it really is. It's almost an optical illusion. So you're there and you think, oh, minor league park, I'm going to get all these hits. And that's kind of what the Blue Jays have done this season. Now, and it's funny because they've had really no advantage. Like, there's no advantage at Sahlen Field in comparison to the rest of the MLB. But I think it gave more of a confidence that, oh, look at that, there's no seats over there. I can totally hit it over that wall. That's just my perspective on it, though, and that's maybe why the Blue Jays have actually a better offensive team than the Rays.
Defensively, though, the Rays have shown why they did so well this season, having considerably better ERA, amongst other things, than the Blue Jays. How do you see the Jays being able to stop the Rays' offense?
The only way they're going to stop the Rays' offense is by using the best available pitchers they have. And luckily, we have a maximum 3-game series coming up, so in all reality, the Blue Jays could pull it off. Ryu's been a great pitcher all year. He has a great ERA. Walker was a trade mid-season, who the Rays did not see the first time around any of their 10 games. So overall, like, just to recap, the Blue Jays won 4 out of the 10 games. So, I mean, in a sense, they have like a 40% chance of winning this playoff series. But that was without, like you mentioned, it was like a month ago that we played them. That was without Walker. So now, since we have Walker, I think we have a much better chance. And when you compare their best pitchers to ours, their best 2 versus our best 2, the Blue Jays again have the advantage.
All right. Well, Ryu, Walker, we need some big performances from you.
Right. And I think another thing that the Blue Jays, if I'm the Blue Jays, now I am no baseball expert. But if I were the Blue Jays, I would go back and look at the games that they already beat the Rays in and see who was pitching in those games. Like, for example, Hatch was awarded, I believe, 2 wins for the 2 wins that they won in Tampa. So Hatch should see some time during this series. Or do you disagree? I'm very much
I'm
looking forward to
sure.
your
I'm sure
opinion.
watching the tape of their games is part of the preparation process, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Baseball coach has been doing that heavy prep for a long, long time.
But do you think, like, to my point though, do you think that they should be using the pitchers that they used to beat teams before? Or does it really honestly not matter?
I think there's a lot more things that go into it. You know, a lot of baseball has been played since we last played the Jays, or played the Rays. Excuse me. I think if there's a pitcher that is performing really well coming down the stretch, is on a hot streak, I don't think you sit him because he did perform poorly against the Rays a month and a half ago.
Sure.
You ready to make some picks? I'll go first because
Sure.
I know you like to share the suspense. I've been a homer all year, and I'm not going to let it stop now. I have the Blue Jays sweeping the Rays, 2-0, 4-2, and 5-3.
Well, despite everything I just said, the Blue Jays, for some reason, are a different team on the road. Yeah, they went 17-9 in Buffalo, and then they only won 15 other games, and they lost 19 on the road. So they're just not as good on the road. And because of that, I'm gonna unfortunately pick the Rays to win both games. Hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping we go to the divisional round and the World Series, quite honestly. But I believe that the Rays are going to win both games, and I think there's going to be some scoring. I think it's going to be 9-5 the first game, and then 8-6 the second game.
All right, well, whichever one of us is right, we'll be back for at least one more episode to either wrap up the season or preview the next series. So we cannot wait to keep talking Blue Jays baseball. And until then, we'll see you soon. Woo! Oh, big miss.
Hopefully no signs of things to come. Shoemaker and Ray, they're still not even sure which one might start over the other. My guess is Shoemaker. They've been putting starters back to back, so they might actually do a Shoemaker Ray game